Hi, I'm Patrick Tuttle, the real estate guy with Coldwell Banker Heritage and Legacy Management Services with your real estate market update for March 2025. Here is the data we're going to be talking about. Existing homes, always first. That's the biggest part of our market. And we cover El Paso County, Donna Ana County, New Mexico. And that's what we're looking at today. So how'd we do? Well, these charts tell us that overall, the sales are starting to tick back up with that little green line here. The pending contracts have gone up a little bit. Sales are pretty well flat, but we'll see more of that as we get in through the rest of the month of April and into May. So it's the spring selling season. Here's what's going on. So first off, resale homes, existing homes increased slightly from 437 last year to 458 homes this year. We had an increase in the months of inventory. We're now at 3.15 months of inventory. And if you're going like, well, what does that mean? And what does it do to me? Well, it means that if nobody else put their home on the market today, it would still take us about 3 months to sell all of the homes that are available out there. Now, quite frankly, not everything's going to sell, because some of those homes are either not in the condition to sell, maybe the owners have a price different than what the buyers do, and they just won't sell. So it'll still take about 3 months, and the market continues to move. We're averaging somewhere around 400 new listings going to the market each week, and we're seeing anywhere from 200 and 250 of those go off the market each week for pending sales and contracts closed. So inventory is up, buyers have more choices. That also means that sellers have more competition. Usually that drops the price, but here's the deal. It's not dropping prices. Prices are still going up, 7.41% year over year. We are now at an average of $281,859. That was the closed price for the month of March 2025. And the size of the homes went down just slightly at 1,805 square feet. And the price per square foot is up 7.16. We're now at $1.5313 on the average price per square foot. Days on market, this is also decreasing. We had 60 days on market last year. We're down to 49 days on market for the ones that sold. And that means that our spring selling season starting to warm up, just like the temperatures. Now, on to our new homes report. New homes are doing fantastic. I think part of what's going on in the new homes is that the majority of the builders are offering buyer agency compensation up front, and they're making it well known. On the resale side, the existing home side, not as much. But the builders, without fail, are saying, hey, bring your buyers. We'll pay your agent fee. We will pay your closing costs as well. And they're giving big incentives. And that's what's driving the sales. Now, here, the available homes has dropped just slightly. But look at that line. You got a hockey stick over here on the pending contracts. That means that the buyers are going for those new homes out there. And overall, here's what's going on. We had an increase from 229 homes sold in 2024, the month of March, to 257 in the month of March 2025. Now, that doesn't sound like a huge amount, but percentage-wise it is. Months of inventory is down 25.9%. We're now at 5.07. We were almost at 7 months of inventory in March of 2024. Now we're at 5. That means that those new homes are taking off and they're selling. People are choosing the new homes over the resales, the existing homes. Resales are still doing good overall, but there's a lot of new homes that are getting built and sold out there. Average price, $318,923. That's down just slightly from last year. And then the average size is up just slightly at 1,860 square feet. Price per square foot is down just slightly at $172.90. I can remember when we were at $72 a square foot, and now we're at $172 a square foot. Our market is still doing fantastic with our prices, and we're still lower. I looked this up a couple of days ago. The average home in the United States is at $357,800. We're well below that, and you get a brand new home. That's one of the reasons why people are moving to El Paso. And if you're not, you should be, because it's fantastic. We've got great homes at great prices, and days on market, 95 compared to 149 last year. We've got the supply, we have the infrastructure, we have a great airport for people to get in and out of. This is a fantastic place to live, especially on days like today where it's going to be sunny. Yes, it's going to be a little bit warmer, but it's a beautiful day to be here in El Paso. Now, if we look at our mortgage and refinance rates, Zillow is reporting that the average 30-year mortgage is at 6.9%. I keep hearing about the mortgage rates being high. Well, yes, they're high compared to what it was in 2021 and 2022 when we had the free COVID money going around. But those days are over. That's probably a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And now we have to get back to the normality of what interest rates are. This is lower than my first mortgage, which was 7.25%, and I was told I'd never see rates that low again. Well, guess what? We're below that, and we've maintained that level for over 2 years. The market has spoken, and the market says the economy overall is great. There's jobs that are available. People are making money. Wages are not rising as fast as real estate, but here in El Paso, we're still doing good, and the mortgage rate's at 6.9. I ran this analysis earlier this morning, okay? So here's the deal we've been talking about for a long time. Buy real estate and wait. I looked at 2 of my sphere of influence people this morning. I looked at their home. One of them purchased in 2021. They've more than doubled their value in the 4 years that they've owned it. Another one purchased their home in 2018, different area, different part of town, and that home has almost doubled in value since 2018, March of 2018. You can do that with real estate, and you increase your net worth, your wealth, by paying those mortgages down and letting the market do the appreciation. And these interest rates, I saw this statistic a couple of days ago. If you had waited in 1970 for the rates to come down, you would have waited 25 years for the rates to come down. Buy real estate and wait. That's the way you're going to get rich in the market. Here's another market. Not so good. We've got negative numbers on the S&P 500, on the Dow Jones Industrial, the small cap and the mid cap. All negative numbers for the 1 month. If you go out to the 2-year mark, you've got great numbers over here, but a lot of negative stuff. Real estate, in the meantime, is going up here in the El Paso area. Again, buy real estate and wait. Here are our 3 key takeaways for the month of March. Number 1, spring selling season is starting to take off, and buyers have more choices than they've had in the past 4 years, so that they can get out and they can make a choice. They've got new home inventory that they can look at. They've got existing home inventory that they can look at. There is a virtual buffet of homes for people to look at and to purchase, and the interest rates overall are pretty good. They're flat over the past 2 years. We've been in the mid-6s for the last 2 years. You can go to, I said this last month, I showed you the data from the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank. It's not just me talking about it, but it's been flat for the past 2 years. And the fact that we had interest rates in the 3s back in 21 and 22, they're just gone. It's not going to happen again. You might be able to get down into the 5s if you buy down the rates, and that's great. It'll save you a ton of money on the long term if you do that. So interest rates are flat there, and it's a great time to buy and sell homes in El Paso because we are a fantastic city. We're about 1 million people here in the El Paso area on the north side of the border. There's almost 2 million people over in Ciudad Juarez. There's folks over in Santa Teresa. We've got great roadways. We have a fantastic airport. I mean, I'm going there this afternoon, and it is amazing. You walk up, you get through TSA really quickly, you go to your gate, you leave, you come back, you get to your car. It's fantastic. It's not like some of those jumbled messes where you have 1 million people that are flying in and out. This is a great place to be, and I encourage you, if you're not already here, call me. We've got an app for that. We can help you get to El Paso and make this your home. That's my report for the month of March 2025. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and make it a great day. Bye-bye.